Good evening. This is The Rundown, where headlines hit harder, stories go deeper, and the truth doesn't hide behind the noise. I'm Brian Taylor, and in the next few minutes we're cutting through the clutter to bring you what matters most: fast, clear, and unfiltered news. From power moves in politics to breakthroughs shaping our world, this isn't just the news, this is The Rundown. Before we dive in, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment. And if you're curious about the gear, books, and tools we trust, check out our top picks at the link tree in the description below. Now let's dive into the video. Good evening, I'm Brian Taylor, and this is The Rundown. Tonight, some much-needed financial relief is on its way for millions of Americans, as 2 states roll out direct payments to help ease the pressure of rising living costs. From New York to Georgia, let's break down who's getting paid, how much, and when. We begin in New York, where over 8 million residents will see one-time payments of up to $400, thanks to a newly passed state budget measure. Governor Kathy Hochul is leading the charge on this effort, designed to ease the financial burden on working families and help offset the impact of inflation. The budget also includes $2 billion in overall tax relief, expansions to the child tax credit, and funding for universal school meals. Here's how the payout breaks down. Individuals earning under $75,000 per year can expect $200. Those making between $75,000 and $150,000 will see $150. Joint filers earning less than $150,000 are eligible for $400. Couples bringing in between $150,000 and $300,000 will receive $300. Exact payment dates haven't been announced just yet, but state officials say the disbursements are in motion. This plan is set to benefit 75% of all tax filers in the Empire State. Now, heading south to Georgia, another wave of relief is making headlines. House Bill 112, recently signed into law by Governor Brian Kemp, allows eligible residents to receive a one-time tax rebate of up to $500. The funding comes from surplus state revenue and is designed, in Kemp's words, to put money back into the hands of workers. Here's how it stacks up. Single filers or married individuals filing separately will get $250. Heads of household will receive $375. Married couples filing jointly can expect $500. To qualify, residents must have filed their 2023 tax returns by May 1st or by October 15th if they've applied for an extension. Refunds are expected to be issued within 6 to 8 weeks after approval, through direct deposit or by check, depending on your tax return preference. As for a federal stimulus, there are currently no new nationwide payments on the table. Despite some chatter surrounding a so-called DOGE Dividend, a speculative $5,000 stimulus linked to cryptocurrency initiatives, neither Congress nor the White House has moved forward with any formal legislation. Both former President Donald Trump and DOGE Secretary Elon Musk have acknowledged the idea, but so far it's just an idea. So while the federal government remains silent on new stimulus rounds, state-level efforts like those in New York and Georgia are stepping up. Be sure to check your eligibility and stay updated on when your check might arrive. So far, here is the news on the $5,000 DOGE dividend check. We've covered the confirmed stimulus payouts in New York and Georgia. But now, a much larger figure is creating buzz, a possible $5,000 check for American households. Yes, you heard that right. It's being referred to as the DOGE Dividend. An ambitious plan still in its early stages, but one that's gaining attention at the highest levels of government. The idea comes from the Department of Government Efficiency, also known as DOGE, a federal office originally created during Donald Trump's administration and now overseen by none other than Elon Musk. The department claims to have uncovered $155 billion in savings through reduced government spending and streamlined operations. Here's how the proposal would work. 20% of those savings, around $5,000 per household, would be paid out to taxpayers in the form of one-time rebates. The other 80% would go toward tackling the national debt. But before anyone gets too excited, let's be clear, this is not official yet. The concept still needs congressional approval, and there's no formal timeline for when, or if, checks might go out. Business executive James Fishback, the CEO of Azoria and a vocal supporter of the plan, says he's optimistic. In a recent interview, he told Chris Cuomo, "Yes, I really think it will happen," citing private discussions with lawmakers and backing from Trump, Musk, and economist Kevin Hassett. But there are caveats. According to Fishback, these payments would go only to net taxpayers. That means individuals and households who actively contribute to federal revenue, not those who rely entirely on aid. That condition alone could exclude nearly 40% of Americans based on federal tax data from the Pew Research Center. Even Social Security recipients would only qualify if they've paid into the system through taxes. And unlike past pandemic relief, these payments would be per household, not per person. So, where does this money come from? DOGE says it's not printing new cash or adding to the deficit. Instead, the rebate would come directly from actual cost-cutting across federal departments. Elon Musk recently noted that any potential payout would be contingent on continued budget cuts and performance improvements across government agencies. Originally, DOGE aimed to slash the federal deficit by $2 trillion annually, but that number has since been revised to $1 trillion, and now sits at a more modest $155 billion in verified savings. To clarify some confusion, a dividend typically refers to profits shared with shareholders. A refund is money returned, like overpaid taxes. But a stimulus check is a government-issued payment meant to spark economic activity. In this case, Fishback argues the DOGE dividend wouldn't create inflation, since it's based on real budget savings rather than borrowed funds or newly printed money. A key difference from COVID-era stimulus programs. As of now, the plan is still in the idea stage and has not been officially approved. There are no confirmed dates, no legislation passed, and plenty of political debate ahead. But for millions of Americans hoping for financial relief, the possibility of a $5,000 windfall is enough to keep watching. We'll continue to monitor this story closely and bring you the latest updates right here on The Rundown. I'm Brian Taylor. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.